Welcome everyone to a complete tutorial on designing a gearbox part in CATIA. In this video, we will draw a gearbox casing together using essential tools like positioned sketch and Boolean operations. Stay with me carefully and follow this exercise step by step.
I was dreaming in my sleep, now wide awake. With Katie by my side, there's no mistake. Always had a wish to create and design. Now I'm building futures one line at a time. Could sketch a ship or design a plane. With Kathia, every dream I can sustain. Stay with me, I'll show you how it's done. Our journey to the stars has just begun. Dreams with Kathia come alive, stay tuned. In a world of possibilities, our talents bloomed. From the sketch pad to reality, watch us soar. With every click and curve, we crave for more. From the smallest bolt to towering steel, with Kathia, our thoughts become real. Together we'll create wonders to see. In this world of design, just you and...
Hello everyone. Today we want to draw this part together. You know this CATIA environment. This environment is called the DMU to the viewer. This part is a gearbox casing. In drawing this part, we will use two tools, positioned sketch and Boolean. The overall drawing is simple. The only important point is drawing the inner hollow cylinder and connecting it to the outer body. First, we will examine the part. The part has a trapezoid shape. On its side surface there is a hole with a diameter of 260 millimeters. First, we must find the best point on the part to use as the coordinate center. I choose the center of this hole and the middle of the part as the drawing center. I also consider the vertical and horizontal axes. To select the sketch plane, I pay attention to its 3D shape. Based on the view direction, I select the YZ plane as the sketch plane. With this plane, I enter the sketch environment. First, I draw a circle with a diameter of 380 millimeters. I place the circle center at the coordinate center. I draw a horizontal line below it. I make the line symmetric to the vertical axis. I set the line length to 380 millimeters. I give the line a distance of 212 millimeters from the horizontal axis. I draw a horizontal line above the circle. I make this line symmetric to the vertical axis. I set the line length to 212 millimeters. I give the line a distance of 230 millimeters from the horizontal axis. Now using the line command, I draw 4 lines. Each line connects to the end of one of the horizontal lines and is tangent to the circle. I activate the quick trim command. I delete extra parts. I use the analyzer tool to check that the drawing is correct. With the sketch made, I return to the part environment. I activate the pad command. I extrude the sketch symmetrically from both sides by the needed amount. Now the body and rough shape of the gearbox are created. Notice that the gearbox casing is hollow. The thickness of the body varies in different places. The body thickness on the sides is 14 millimeters. At the bottom it is 22 millimeters and at the top it is 10 millimeters. But we have a tool that allows us to have the part as a shell with different thicknesses. This tool is called shell. I activate this command. In the first part, for default thickness, without clicking on the part, I enter the number 14 in the thickness field. In the second part, for other thickness, I click on 2 surfaces with different thickness. In the window for this part, the names of the 2 surfaces appear. I click on each of them until they turn blue. Then I enter the desired thicknesses in the thickness box. I click OK in the Shell Tool window. I activate the sectioning tool. I select the appropriate plane. The inner parts of the shell become visible. Now I make adjustments. First, the lower edge on each side has a 4 mm protrusion. I create that. Then I create a hole on the top surface of the gearbox with a diameter of 168 millimeters. Next, I create the square holes at the bottom. Notice that the holes are 30 millimeters apart from each side. After that, I create the side holes with a diameter of 260 millimeters. Now I draw the hollow cylinder on the top surface of the shell. I use the pad command for this. I create the square holes on the side surface by defining a specific sketch plane. First, I activate the positioned sketch command. I explained this tool in detail in lesson 30 in the part environment. The tool settings window opens. In the planner support section, the positioned option is active. In the reference section, I click on the side surface. In the origin section, I set the type to intersection of two lines. I select the two side edges of the part. At the bottom, I activate the reverse V option. Finally, I click OK. You can see that I go to the sketch plane, but here the horizontal and vertical axes are created based on my settings. If your view direction is reversed, click once on normal view. Now I draw a square, set its size and adjust its position. I return to the part environment. Using the pocket command, I cut the gearbox shell. I make the pocket symmetrical. Now I draw the raised edges on the side. I create the 4 gearbox feet and apply fillets. Here, the gearbox shape is almost finished. The only remaining part is an inner half cylinder. The inner and outer radii of the half cylinder are 176 mm and 190 mm, and its height is 184 mm. I draw this half cylinder in a separate body. From the menu bar, I click on Insert. In the opened menu, I select Body. A body is created separately under the part body. If you notice, you should see a line under this body. This line shows that the current body is active. I put the mouse over the part body. I right click. From the open menu, I select Hide/Show. The part body is hidden from view. Note that the body is active. Now with the same YZ plane, I enter the sketch environment. I draw two concentric circles at the center of the coordinate axis. The larger circle has a radius of 190 mm. The smaller circle has a radius of 176 mm. I draw a horizontal line. The line passes through the middle of the circles. I erase the upper part of the circles. I return to the part environment. Notice that because the two half circles were drawn in one sketch, they are recognized as one sketch. This is an important point. Using the Pat command, I extrude the sketch symmetrically from both sides by 92 mm. Now I right click on the part body and select Hide/Show again. The gearbox body is visible. Now I click the Assemble command in the Boolean toolbar. In the first box labeled Assemble, I click on the body in the tree diagram. In the second box labeled 2, it shows the name part body. I click OK. If you look at the tree diagram, you will see that the name of the body was removed from under the part. Now this name is inside the part body. The part drawing is finished here. In this lesson, we practiced two topics using positioned sketch and Boolean. You saw how useful and important these two tools are. Please watch the lesson carefully. Try to draw it yourself from the beginning. Good luck until the next practice. Goodbye.
Let's build